What's up, everybody? So I thought I'd do this week's blog a little differently, and rather than write about another topic, I would answer some questions that I've been given over the last few days, weeks, and months, just about who I am and why I'm doing things and stuff like that. So without babbling any further, let's just get straight into it. I started marking progress really because when I was going through anxiety the first time, or my first bout of anxiety in Christmas 2014, I felt like I was going through it on my own. You know, not to belittle the help that my wife gave me or anything like that, just that I didn't know anyone else who had anxiety. I didn't know anyone else who had gone through it and gone through panic attacks and that kind of thing. And so I really didn't understand what was happening with me. But the more that I talked about it with other people, the more I felt like, hey, you know what? This is okay. Other people go through this, and there are ways around it, and there are ways to be able to lessen the effects of it. And you're not crazy. You have this thing, and yet because no one was talking about it, I kind of felt compelled to well, if more people talked about it, then there will be less of a stigma, and if there's less of a stigma, then more people will talk about it. And so I kind of just felt like, you know what? I'm just going to start talking about it, and fuck the stigma, and I'm just going to put things out there. And so that's really where it all started from. Once I kind of got going, I realized that there was kind of a cathartic process about making videos and writing these blogs. It was really kind of helping to crystallize how I felt and what I thought. So as a result, it kind of grew into that. And then finally, through my writing, through the videos that I've done, I'm also to an extent trying to reach the person that I was back in Christmas 2014 or pre-Christmas 2014, where I just didn't have a clue that I was not okay. I called it marking progress. Actually, my wife was the one who came up with the idea. It stuck because of the fact that you don't ever actually get through anxiety. You're always working on it. You're always a work in progress. And the act of blogging, the act of making these videos, I was kind of marking that progress. And my first name's Mark, and so bang, there you go. Absolutely nothing makes me an authority on anxiety other than my own. One thing I've realized, the more I read about it, the more I've talked about it with people, is that anxiety and panic are different for almost everybody. I don't pretend to be an authority on anxiety in general. I realize there are people with master's degrees and PhDs out there who write books and this and that and the other. That's not me. That's not who I am, and I don't pretend to be that. I'm sharing my experience with my anxiety. I'm going to share the things that I've learned that maybe you can take something from and maybe apply to your anxiety. I don't think there's any, one system that works for everybody. I think different things will work for different people, but the more you talk about it, the more you share it, the more you put it out there, the more people can be exposed to things that can maybe help them and maybe get educated. And I'm learning as I go here, so I am not in any way any kind of authority on anything. I'm just talking about my experience, and hopefully that can help someone. You shouldn't. Don't. Don't trust me. Question everything I say. Question everything I put out there. After all, that's what I'm doing to myself. I put it out there, but I'm thinking about it and questioning it, and is this right, and all that kind of stuff. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to say, hey, Mark, that sounds like bullshit. I think this instead. Okay, fine, tell me. You may end up coming up with something that's actually better than what I'm currently doing. So put it out there. Question me. Don't just take anything that I say or that anyone else says, for that matter, on just blind faith. No, don't trust me. Question me. This is a tough one because I'm a big picture person. I'm a big thinker. I'm ambitious. I'm this. But honestly, what I'm hoping to achieve is to create something that can help people, create something that can cause anyone with anxiety who's searching for remedies, ways in which to deal with and live with anxiety on a daily basis, a place for those people to come, a place for those people to find those nuggets of information. And it's not that those things aren't out there on the internet anyway, but at least for me, speaking for myself, when I go onto the internet, there's a lot, oh, scientists say this and studies show that, and that's all well and good, but it's easy for someone to say to you who doesn't have anxiety, oh, just breathe through it. Fuck off, all right? Pardon my French, don't pardon my French, I'm sorry, but anyone who's gone through an anxiety attack, anyone who is going through an anxiety attack, who is then told, just breathe, I'm sorry, but you want to knock them spark out. There is no just breathe about it. It comes across as incredibly insincere and disingenuous. And so what I'm really hoping to achieve in that sense is to have people be able to relate to me, to the story, understand that I understand that breathing through anxiety or an anxiety attack is bullshit. Breathing does play its part in other areas. Meditation can play its part in other areas. Exercise, nutrition, etc., etc. But I want to be able to get across my ideas, my thoughts, my experience, hopefully have someone relate to it, have someone be helped by it. Plain and simple, because I believe in it. I'm constantly trying to walk that fine line between, someone who is an advocate for meditation and then who doesn't cross over into that line into annoying zealot. But it's difficult not to when you know how much of an effect meditation can have on your life. Speaking as someone who is, who suffers from anxiety, and to know that other people don't have to go through anxiety maybe to the extent that they're going through it just by a simple, free 10-minute, 20-minute practice on a consistent basis. It's difficult to not talk about it more as a result. I'm doing my best. I'm sorry if you're sick of it. I'm sorry, but it works. I'm just being me. I'm English. I grew up as a football player. That's actual football, not American football with the egg that you never really touch with your feet. You swear a lot. Sometimes my passion, my enthusiasm comes out, and before you know it, a fuck, a bitch, a shit, a this, that, and the other has all come out. If you don't like it, feel free to go somewhere else. But I'm just being me. Sorry. So I hope you enjoyed the questions that I answered for you. I'm sure I'll be doing this again further down the line. This was really just kind of a quick snippet into who I am, why I'm doing this, why marking progress, all that kind of stuff. Just so you can kind of get to know me a little better and what my motivations are. For now though, if you haven't, go on, subscribe on my YouTube channel. Like me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm trying to do the whole social media thing to try and get it out there to as many people. So support me as best you can. Leave comments in the comments section. Hit the like button. Just everything. Just follow me everywhere. The point is, I'm out there in social media. Find me. I'm under Marking Progress. And I'll put links down below for you to be able to find, or in this blog post. So please go on and find me, and you'll see me talking about all kinds of various things. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.